Yep. Now, in 2007, with Doctor Who slowly on the rise, the BBC saw an opportunity to kind of cash in. To, like many other shows or other movies nowadays, to expand their world slightly. So, with Doctor Who still running strong, and with it being set as the middle ground, i.e. everyone would watch it, they also created two spin-offs. Torchwood, which followed the adventures of previous companion John Barrowman, or John Barrowman's Captain Jack Harkness, and it was aimed more at an older audience, kind of more dark and gritty. And then for the kind of children, there was the Sarah Jane Adventures. Now, I personally didn't watch that much of Torchwood. I'm gonna give it a shot in the new year. Give it another watch through, see if I can get into it. But I remember loving the Sarah Jane Adventures. For those who don't know, the show focused on former companion Sarah Jane Smith, played by Elizabeth Sladen, who kind of returns to her ordinary life in London and then has to fight aliens alongside a group of teenagers. Which, yeah, it was silly for the time, but you know what? It was fun. Like I say, it was fun. It was dramatic. It captured the kind of spirit of Doctor Who, but then was also kind of tailored down slightly. You didn't feel like it overtook the show, and it was just a good show. At the time, it started in 2007, and it went on strong for 4 seasons, 4.5 really. But then, of course, in 2011, tragedy struck as the main actress Elizabeth Sladen, sadly died. Which they had only filmed half the episodes, and so because of that, the series was abandoned. Which I feel was, I think, kind of the right decision. I mean, they could have recast another actor in it, but I think it would have jutted out, and yeah. So yeah, they left it there. 4.5 series, 5, 4.5 series, 5 really. But you know what? It was good. But the reason why I'm talking about this is because it ended early, and like with regular Doctor Who itself, it either had lots of episode ideas that never came to pass because of its sudden ending, or because they just threw the ideas out. And I thought I might do a couple of videos kind of describing the unmade episodes. For today, I'll just be focusing on the 3 that would have taken up the 5th series. I mean, I might do others later on the 6th series and ones previously, that ideas they had that they then abandoned. Who knows, I might even do a set of Doctor Who episodes that did the same thing. But the first storyline that sadly had to be thrown out due to the show's ending was Meet Mr. Smith. This was intended to be the 4th storyline of the 5th series, so would have taken up episodes 7 and 8. The premise would have seen a group of aliens, or a pair of aliens, turn Mr. Smith, Sarah Jane's computer, human, played by the actor who voiced him, Alexander Armstrong. They would then force Mr. Smith to steal various things and computer equipment for them. Now, while this idea sadly never came to pass because of the show's ending, actor Alexander Armstrong didn't go to waste. I mean, while the show ended in 2011, Alexander Armstrong found himself another role in the Whoniverse. By that year, he appeared in the 2011 Christmas special, The Doctor, the Widow and the Wardrobe. So, yeah, he's not the only actor who appeared in the Sarah Jane Adventures who was later reused as another character in Doctor Who. But yeah, I feel that was kind of fitting, that he lost one Whoniverse job that year, and he managed to get another one. So yeah, I think that's about right. The second storyline that would have filled up the 5th series was a storyline titled The 13th Floor. This one, I think I hear talked about the least, but then it's kind of filler, but I didn't think it would have been good to see. Sorry. The storyline would have supposedly seen Rani Chandra and Clyde Langer, played by Anjali Mohindra and Daniel Anthony. I don't know. It was seen that those two trapped in a lift and a magical world stuck between the 12th and 14th floors of an office block. Storyline would have also supposedly had the two of them finally getting together as a couple, an idea that had been building for several episodes, which I do think is a bit of a pity not to see, but now people can make up their own kind of endings or ideas of how their relationship would have bloomed. And as I said, this storyline didn't actually go to waste, as it was later reused in Russell T Davies' new show, Wizards vs. Aliens, a plot with for Series 2. So, yeah, okay. Anyway, the final storyline that would have filled up Series 5, taking up episodes 11 and 12, was the Battle for Bannerman Road. This one would have seen the completion of the story arc for the later Sarah Jane character, Sky Smith, introduced at the beginning of Series 5. It would have supposedly been shown that Sky was the daughter of the Trickster. The Trickster would have manipulated time to make it so Sky ended up with Sarah Jane. He would then have activated Sky, causing her to attack Sarah Jane, and he would then set about turning Sarah Jane's attic into a tower with which to take over the world. Eventually he would have been defeated, and Sky would guard his prison. The episode would have also supposedly featured the return of Casey Manning as Jo Grant, her grandson Santiago, yeah, as well as other characters from the show, including Professor Rivers and a mysterious character known as the Shopkeeper, whom we do get a hint in the first episode of Series 5, Sky, that he was going to be involved later on, but due to the series ending, we never got to see what he had to do with everything. So yeah, I personally managed to find 2 fan fictions online that use this idea to kind of build it up, but yeah, it's a storyline we'll sadly never get to see. I mean, I might do another video later on stating they had planned a 6th series and had more ideas on that, some of which I think are really actually quite fun. But yeah, I'll let the show rest in peace. But you know what? It was a good show for its time. It really was. Anyway, until later on, see you.